Sir, now it is very clear what is the purpose of throw keyword. To hand over our created exception object to the JVM manually. For that purpose we can use throw keyword, right? Now I have one small doubt. Sir, what is the need of creating exception object explicitly? What is the need of hand over to the JVM? So you may have, because at the beginning, in the introduction part of our exception handling, I told unwanted, unexpected event that disturbs our normal flow of the program is called exception. Sorry, exception disturbs our normal flow. Then why you are creating exception object and hand over to the JVM? What is the need of using throw keyword, right? Sometimes what will happen is, to indicate something goes wrong, to indicate something goes wrong, I have to raise exceptions explicitly, man. Of course, this type of terminology is called customized exceptions, user defined exception. Somewhere in the next classes we are going to discuss, but anyway, just get the basic idea. Best example, sir, in the bank, withdraw operation is there. Withdraw method I want to implement, withdraw functionality I want to implement, sir. Suppose in my account 10,000 balance is there, but I'm trying to withdraw 20,000 from the ATM center. I'm trying to withdraw 20,000 rupees. Immediately, can you please tell, is this request should be processed or should be stopped? Can you please tell? Available balance is 10,000 only, but I'm trying to send the request for 20,000. I may get 20,000, I may enjoy like I send the request. Immediately we are going to get insufficient funds exception. Have you remembered, right? Okay, this type of experience I hope everyone has. Now observe, now I will look once. I'm implementing withdraw. How much amount? Just the double amount. Withdraw amount. Just observe pseudocode. Withdraw amount. If requested amount is greater than available balance. Are you getting? If amount greater than available balance, can I process this request? No. Something goes wrong. Stop the program by raising meaningful exception. Then what I have to do is throw which exception I want to raise? New insufficient funds exception. Are you getting? Insufficient funds exception. Like this, I have to throw. Are you getting? So in our program, to indicate that something goes wrong, so sometimes we require to create our own exception object, and we have to hand over that object to the JVM. For that purpose, throw keyword is required. These type of exceptions are called customized user defined exceptions. Sir, it is not Java's inbuilt exception. Insufficient funds exception is not Java's inbuilt exception. It is customized, our own exceptions, right? That's why the best use of throws keyword, the best use of throw keyword is what is the best use? For customized exceptions, not for predefined exceptions. Clear, friends? So is it required to raise exception explicitly or not? Yes. Best example, this is the example, right? So for that purpose we can use throw keyword. Can you please tell final conclusion? What is the purpose of throw keyword? Hey, if interview person is asking, immediately you have to tell what is the purpose of throw keyword? To hand over our created exception object to the JVM manually. For that purpose we can use throw keyword to indicate something goes wrong. I'm stopping the program by raising some exception. If you have such a type of requirement, best use is a throw keyword, right? Clear? Hi friends, in the last videos we covered very clearly about try catch finally. Okay, what is the control flow in try catch finally? Next, the control flow in nested try catch finally. What are various possible combinations are there with respect to try catch finally? All the things we covered, right? Sir, now the next cinema what I have to start is throw keyword, right? Okay, very important for the interview room. What is the difference between throw and throws? You people should have clear clarity, right? So what is throw keyword, right? Sir, do you know, in our day-to-day life, forget about this Java or exception handling, in our day-to-day life, where we can use throw word, Sir, I want to throw a ball. Are you getting throw a ball? Someone is going to catch that ball, correct, right? Throw that ball, someone is going to catch the ball. A simple ball game itself is nothing but throw keyword, right? Assume that here I'm throwing. Here just observe that. So the first person, now the second person, assume. So the first person throw something. Now the second person is going to catch that. Are you getting? First person throw the ball, second person is going to catch that. Sir, are you can able to understand, right? So if you aware this, nothing is there in the throw keyword. So the first person throw the ball, second person is going to catch that ball. Okay, now observe the person who is throwing, this person is a programmer. Observe that the person who is throwing, sir, this person is called programmer. Throw something. Sir, which one he is throwing? Sir, what it is? Don't feel it is a ball. Are you getting? Don't feel it's a ball. It is exception object. Are you getting? It is exception object. Programmer throw exception object. Then who is going to handle, who is going to catch this one, sir? The second person is called JVM. Are you getting? Who is the second person, sir? Second person is the JVM. So to throw, programmer throw exception object. Now JVM is going to catch that exception object. So for throwing exception object to the JVM, programmer required to use which keyword, sir? Throw keyword, right? Okay, well, then immediately you may ask, sir, what is the need? What is the purpose of throwing an exception? Okay, sometimes it is required to create exception object explicitly, and we have to throw to the JVM manually. For that purpose, we can use throw keyword. Of course, where exactly it is helpful, that part I will take care. So, who is throwing? Programmer. Who is going to catch that exception? JVM is going to catch. A simple ball game itself is nothing but throw keyword, right? Okay, so just observe. So, sometimes we can create our own exception object, and we have to hand over to the JVM manually. For that purpose, we can use throw keyword, right? So theoretically, okay, let me go for with the example, then you people can feel more comfortable, right? Just have a look once, sir. I want to take a small program so that you can get much clarity about this terminology, right? Here, see, here I'm taking a simple, I don't want to use any throw keyword without throw keyword, without throw keyword, right? I don't want to use the throw keyword. Observe, class tester, public static void main method, class tester, public static void main method. Okay, like main method. Sir, now in the main method, system.out.println 10/0 I'm taking, sir. SOPR 10/0 I'm taking. Do you know, if I can take 10/0, immediately arithmetic exception you are going to get. I hope you aware. Sir, in this case, what will happen is, the method in which it is raised, of course main method is responsible to create arithmetic exception object, hand over to the JVM, right? Are you getting? So creation of arithmetic exception object, hand over to the JVM will be performed internally. Everything is going to be happen internally. Now JVM came. Is there any handling code? Not there. Immediately at runtime we are going to get exception in thread main, exception in thread main java.lang. Arithmetic exception division by 0 yet test dot main. Are you getting? Yet test dot main. This is the thing which is there, sir. I hope you can able to understand. Exception in thread main, java.lang arithmetic exception division by 0 yet test dot main. Now the important conclusion here is, take very special care. The important conclusion in this is, sir, who is the responsible to create exception object? Main method. Of course, main method with the help of JVM only. Main method is the responsible to create exception object. Who is the responsible to hand over to the JVM? Sir, is the main method is the responsible. So, creation of exception object, hand over to the JVM, everything is happening internally. Remember this one, everything is happen internally. Okay, so now JVM is coming. There is no handling code. That's why terminated this program abnormally, rising, sir, this is the information what it's going to print to the console. Correct, right? Okay, sir, now the same thing I want to do manually. I want to create exception object explicitly. I want to hand over to the JVM manually. How you can do that? So before that, let me execute up to this. Have a look once. Observe very carefully about this terminology, right? Okay, sir, this is public static void main. I'm taking here just system dot out dot println 10/0 I'm taking. Observe very carefully, sir. SOP of 10/0. That's it. I'm taking. Now here just have a look once. The code compiles fine. If I run this code, what is the answer we are going to get, sir? Exception in thread main java.lang.arithmetic exception division by 0 at test.main. Are you getting exception in thread main java.lang.arithmetic exception division by 0 at test.main? This is the thing what we are going to get, sir. Now, so that's what everything happen internally. But now I want to do the same thing explicitly. How you can do that, sir? Here with the throw keyword. Are you getting? With the throw keyword, with the throw keyword, like this I'm taking, sir. With the throw keyword, how you can? Very simple. Class tester, public static void main method, string array args. Now take very special care, sir. Okay, I want to create arithmetic exception object explicitly. What we have to take? New. If you want to create an object, which keyword we require to use, right? New is the keyword. Which object you want to create? Arithmetic exception. Arithmetic exception is a class. Every exception is a class in Java. Now new arithmetic exception. Okay, sir, here what we have to take? Division by 0, like this, right? New. Sir, up to this, what we did is I created arithmetic exception object explicitly. Sir, after creating arithmetic exception object, I have to hand over to the JVM manually. For that, which keyword is required, sir? Throw keyword is required. Observe very carefully, sir. Sir, here these two lines is the very important, sir. Have a look once. These two lines is very important. Sir, do you know arithmetic exception? Okay, new arithmetic exception. What I'm doing? Please respond. New arithmetic exception. What I'm doing? Creation of exception object explicitly. Sir, I created exception object explicitly. Next, what we did, sir? What we did? Hand over our created exception object, our created exception object, hand over our created exception object to the JVM manually. So have you observed? Hand over our created exception object to the JVM manually. In this scenario, everything is happen internally. Are you getting? Creation of exception object, hand over to the JVM, everything is happen internally. But the same activity I am simulating by doing that work on my own. Have you observed? We are creating arithmetic exception object. We are hand over that exception object to the JVM. Okay. Now JVM is coming. Now the JVM is coming. Array, arithmetic exception got raised. Do you have any handling code? Not there. Then immediately it is going to provide runtime exception in thread main exception in thread main java.lang arithmetic exception division by 0 yet test dot main. Are you getting? Yet test dot main. So final result of the first program, second program is the same. Final result of first program, second program is the same. But where is the difference, sir? The difference here is, in this case, everything is happen internally, but in this case, everything happen explicitly. That is the difference, right? So, can you please tell from this, what is the purpose of throw keywords, sir? To hand over our created exception object to the JVM manually. For that purpose, we can use this throw keyword. Sir, let me execute and let me show this one, sir. Have a look once. Have a look once. I don't want to use this one. Just let me comment. SOP of 10 by 0, I don't want. The same activity I want to do manually. Throw new, which exception? Arithmetic exception. Throw new arithmetic exception, division by 0 I'm taking, sir. Throw new arithmetic exception, division by 0, like this I'm taking. Sir, have you observed who is creating exception object? We are creating exception object explicitly. Sir, who is hand over that object to the JVM? We are doing by using throw keyword. Let me execute this code. Sir, earlier this is the response what we got. Earlier this is the response what we got. Okay, now let me execute. What is the response we are going to get? Observe that word to word is the same. Here, see this one? Word to word is the same. Here, whatever the response we are getting, in this case also same response we are getting. But only difference is, earlier everything happened internally, but in this case everything happened explicitly. Observe that carefully, sir. Some people may feel, sir is showing old output only second time, like you people may feel. That's why let me do some changes, sir. Division by 0 explicitly by Durga. Division by 0 explicitly by Durga. So this division, this reference should be there. Okay, if it is really considering, observe that division by 0 explicitly by Durga. Division by 0 explicitly by Durga. Okay, happen. It is updated output only. Confirmation, right? So I hope everything is very clear for you people, right? What is the purpose of throw keyword? To hand over our created exception object to the JVM manually. For that purpose, we can use throw keyword. How to create exception object? How to hand over to the JVM manually. Is the terminology very clear? Okay, how to use the throw keyword, but where exactly this throw keyword is required, just with one or two layman examples I will discuss, so that you people can feel more comfortable, right? Clear?